Hello Tauruses, and welcome to your November 2025 reading. So this month of November you have your beautiful full moon right on the 6th of November, the full moon in Taurus. And of course around the 20th of November we'll have the new moon in Scorpio. So this is a theme, being Taurus. It's kind of a theme that is underlying your whole life. And it is the balance between Taurus that is all about our worth, our value, grounding ourselves into what we want to invest, what we want to grow, what we want to expand, of who we are, our value, our worth. This is solid, this is safe, this has value. And then on the other side, Scorpio, that this is not working anymore. I'm evolving, I'm turning, I'm letting things die, letting things transform, and so on. This has to go. So these are polarities, of course. And so transforming for a Taurus will always be easier once it can decipher what should be kept, invested in, and what is no longer resonating with us and should be released for our growth, for our evolution, and so on. And so the month of November is also a period, of course, Scorpio season, but it's the period, especially in the northern hemisphere, where you've reaped all of your fruits and grains and seeds and things like that. And from that, you choose what you will keep to replant in the spring and what you will discard or consume, transform. Consummation is a transformation from one state to another, from a solid state to energy and vitamins and so on, and then release what is no longer. So it's actually that process right now. So on that full moon, even things that have to do with digestion, things of my solidity, my feeling of safety, is safety in stableness, nothing moves and all of that, or is safety in the knowledge that things are growing in a positive manner. So these might be the little questionings happening in this time of year. So let's see what the tarot has to say and what you need to know. Okay. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me give a reading to Tauruses for the month of November so that they know what they need for their best path. Know what they need to know. Taurus. All right, so give me 3 cards for Taurus. Okay, so we start with an Ace of Sword, which is a clarity, an understanding. It's right there. It is in the hand of God, so that means that you need to pick it up. 2 of Wands. And here we have the Empress and the King of Cups in reverse. So King of Cups, that can be, the Scorpio season, all about your emotional safety. Is emotional solidness, safety in nothing changes. I'm maybe not super happy, but at least it doesn't change, it doesn't move. Or is transformation, changing things, emotionally unsafe for me? It's with the Empress. So this is what maybe the questioning is about. A different way, a different path into finding your emotional security. Because we have the security word in there. Empress is Venus. It's all about that unconditional worth, love, groundedness. It's the first and second chakra. It's that, of course, I know who I am, and this whole universe is here to nourish the seed that I bring, the seed that I am. So maybe the moon is going to show you where you lose your emotional footing. Maybe the month of Scorpio is going to show you a new way to bring your energy. You're at the crossroads right now to make a decision, but maybe you'll have that information that's going to help you make a decision into maybe taking a new path. Let's see. Okay, we have the Hangman. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Swords in reverse, this is when we're receiving a bad mouth piece. Okay? It's the expression of a lie or something based on wrong facts, or it's just a reaction to something. So that could be happening outside of you to you, or it could be your inner talk. We have the Hangman here. So a truth that hit your heart, okay, either said by yourself, it's possible because it comes from an emotional distortion. When I say that, it's like maybe at one point your worth was hurt by somebody saying something that, really damaged you. I say saying because it's a sword. And maybe you were at a time where you actually bought it. Here with the Hangman, it's asking to look at that from a completely different angle so that you can release that thing that you bought, so that you can release that lie, so that you can surrender it, sacrifice it, because this is what is creating the instability, the unsafe, emotional unsafetiness, if that is a word. And this is, of course, 12th house Pisces, where Saturn is right now. And I think this month is going to be stable before getting out again, because he kind of went back. So that is something that could be about. Let's see. Like, are you still letting that lie destabilize you? The fact that the Empress was there, that tells me that somewhere it's not true. But maybe there's a part of you that still gets caught in it. It gets caught in it because it's still looking at things through the eyes of what has hurt you in the past. A disappointment, a heartache, you drew conclusions, and these conclusions are hurting you now. Queen of Sword in reverse. Knight of Sword in reverse. It's something that went right into your heart. I say that because the knights are in the heart chakra, in the tree. They're in Tiferet here. It's the movement from the heart. And it's affecting when you want to build something and create something. To clarify, I'm going to use the Crow Tarot. It's a November. Of course, we're Halloween, beginning of the time. So at the end of October there. But November is the month where we do look into what we need to release. So, and I think the crows, being beautiful messengers of shadow, are there to support us. So I'm going to use the crow tarot for Tauruses. Let's clarify. Okay, show me the Two of Wands, the Empress, and the King of Cups. Show me why the King of Cups is in reverse. Why is the King of Cups in reverse for the Tauruses? All right. Now we have a need of a second pair of eyes. So it's the Pentacle. What is this? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's the Lovers. A decision. So decisions goes with that here. So look at beautiful this is. So a decision in the Lovers, it's right. The Lovers is right there between here, our unconscious causal plane, higher mental, going directly into the heart. Being inspired to make a decision that will elevate us. So right now you're at a point of making a decision when it comes to that truth lie within yourself. And with it here, I have the Three of Pentacles. So this is this card. But here we have it in the Crow Tarot. So when it comes to you wanting to build, follow your aspiration, okay? So there's something I want, or just even the power, because the trees are all there in Bina. The power you have over your own matrix. It could be just that. But here, making the decision to bring your energy in a completely different way that will not be restricted by what you can perceive, okay, at this point. So what's that Knight of Sword in reverse for Tauruses? What's that Knight of Sword in reverse? Okay, so we have Temperance. And Temperance is also a time to change a core belief. So when I say a lie that went into your heart, that becomes a belief. That becomes the center of your Taurus field. And here we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So when it comes to your worth, knowing your value, investing in you, investing in what you are inspired to build. Temperance is all about divine timing, but it is Sagittarius in the 9th house. It is the house of belief. And it is by brewing, when you look at that, it is by brewing the waters that we end up clearing the traumas, the crystallized conclusions we have in there, so that we can read the frequencies without distorting them. Therefore, we change our perspective. I never saw it like that. Whoa, now I see the way out. Now I see the possibilities I couldn't see before, because they're not my perception is not restricted by my beliefs. You cannot perceive something you do not believe in. Basically, you cannot. If you can perceive it, you cannot choose it. And sometimes it can be. We're not talking about believing in leprechauns. We're talking about believing in your success. Then you cannot see the possibilities that would bring you there. You would only see the possible heartaches and disappointments. If you cannot see the possible successes, then you cannot make those choices that would bring you there. Same if you do not believe in love, or you do not believe in whatever it is. But now it's time to make the choice about that. What do I keep? What do I release? Now, Queen of Sword in reverse and Three of Swords in reverse. And here we have the Judgment. There you go with the crow and the trumpet. And it's time to make a judgment about that. Not to drown under not to drown under all of those beliefs and the events coming in and the emotion that they bring and so on. Bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is all about, what is this? Blurry, or is it my eyes? Okay. So the Three of Wands is all about what we are allowing, being opened energetically to let the universe bring us what is good for us. And it's going to bring us what is good for us if we can conceive it and if we believe in it. Belief, temperance, and the parts of us that do not believe it, we need to judge them. So temperance and judgment. This is a time, this month concretely will be when you'll be confronted, because right now you're at the crossroad. So this is what I want to build. This is what I want to create. When that self-negative talk comes in and you cannot see options, or how am I going to do this? I don't see how I can do it, or whatever. This is when you're stopping and you're saying to yourself, what do I actually believe? I understand now that this is what is limiting the corridor in which I can act. So I'm going to widen it. And that is a decision to widen it. Where did I pick up that belief? Do I still validate it? Because it is limiting what I can accomplish. So this month, Taurus, it's really maybe the lie is going to come up to the surface. You're going to hear it from a mirror, somebody verbalizing that lie to you directly. How are you going to react to it? Are you going to validate it, believe it, acknowledge the lie? Or it might come from within yourself, self-talk, the program, hearing yourself with the program. And that's, do I still believe that? That's the judgment. I'm going to call it judgment this month. It's the judgment on the parts of you that have been wounded, brought conclusions, made beliefs. And now do I still validate those beliefs? Knowing they're limiting me. But I know them. They're stable. Even if they're not helping me. Do I let them transform? I don't know what I look like without those beliefs. I don't know how I will act and be in that new outside of my comfort zone. Oh, that's going to be the title. Outside of your comfort zone. That's the decision you're taking. And it's going to go against what you believe usually. Yee! All right. So, on this, my beautiful Tauruses, thank you for sharing, commenting, subscribing, and all of that. If you want a private reading, you go on mysticwitchtarot.com. That's the only way to go. I never will leave a phone number or whatever in the comment section. That is a scam. Or recommend anything in there. Also, you have access there to the book on tarot, with the Tree of Life, on the Tarot course, on all sorts of things. So, and thank you also for the ones of you who gave donations. On the new moon and the full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. And on this, all my love and light, and I'll see you next month.